So we're recording. Hi to everyone who's on the watching from the video link. You're very welcome. So we're going to start laying on our backs. Get any blankets or hoodies or socks or rolled up towels, anything that you need to have near you for the class. We're going to start laying on our backs. I also just want to let everyone know, just as a quick note, that I hurt my neck a little bit. I'm fine, but I had a bit of a treatment on it yesterday. So I'm going to be maybe moving a little bit slower and not doing so much with my neck and shoulders like as usual, just in case some people may be wondering what's going on. So great, let's start on our backs. So let's start on our backs with our knees bent and our feet flat. And rest your hands on your belly and your elbows alongside. And make any adjustments, make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes if that feels good for you, if you feel comfortable with your eyes closed. Otherwise, let your eyes rest on a spot and let your eyes soften if your eyes are open. And begin to connect with the weight of your bones, the heavy weight of your body on the floor. And as you're feeling your body's weight, maybe you start to notice certain places soften with the heaviness. Maybe you even notice your mind or your brain kind of soften. And sometimes I feel as I'm beginning a practice, when I'm laying down and connecting with the weight of my body, the heaviness of my body, I notice the easy, gentle breath. Let's use our breath a bit to begin to wake up our connection to our movement. So if we take a nice, slow, deep breath in, and a slow breath out. Let's do that a couple of more times. Big, slow breath in. Feel your belly expand. And a slow breath out. Now this time as we take a slow breath in, hold your breath right up at the top of your inhale. And then let it exhale all the way out. Let's do that again twice more. Take a deep breath in and hold it there just for a moment. And then slowly let it out. And let's do that once more. Inhale. And hold it. And exhale. Let your hands come down next to your sides. Let your breath return to its normal rhythm. And take a deep breath in or out anytime you feel that you need to. It's a great way of releasing tension. So we're going to take a deep breath in and arch our back. starting with our arch and flattens. So arch your back so that you're lifting your waist from the floor, but your bum and shoulders stay on the floor. And then flatten your back towards the floor. Keep your feet flat and continue this, arching and flattening. And let your breath be the engine for your movement. So you're keeping breathing. Don't worry about when or how you're breathing, but just keep breathing as you arch and flatten. See if you can notice. You can even bring your hands to your hips so that you can notice a bit more how your pelvis is moving forward and backward. You might want to just do that for a moment. Bring your hands onto your hips so you notice that. And then you can let your hands rest back down. And do it a couple of more times. Arching and flattening. And once more. Arch and flatten. And then let everything go. Let everything relax to its normal place. Stretch your arms up above your head. You can let your eyes open if they aren't already. Stretch your arms straight up, sorry, not above your head, straight up to the ceiling. And move your head around a little bit here, just so that you find it's in a comfortable position. And we're going to flatten our back towards the floor. So push your back down into the floor. And as your back is going to stay flat, keep breathing. And we're going to keep our back flat. Keep your tummy muscles kind of engaged there as one arm comes back towards the floor above your head. And it might not be able to reach all the way. Don't let your back or your tummy move. Bring one arm back and bring it up towards you. And do the same with the other arm. But you're keeping everything exactly where it is through your body. Just the arm is moving. The back is flat. Maybe you even feel the legs kind of firm. And breathe as you move your arms, one at a time, just the arms. And then maybe try two. Keep breathing, keep the back where it is, keep the tummy muscles in, just the arms moving. Inhale and exhale. Once more. And then let your back release. Bring your arms out into a wide V. Let your arms stretch into that wide V. We're going to bring one knee open out to the side slowly and bring it back in. And the other knee opens out to the side and comes back in. Nothing's moving through my body. Only my leg is opening and closing one at a time. When one leg opens, the other leg stays still. And closing. Once more each side. Open one leg slowly and close it slowly. One last time. Open one leg and close it slowly. And then stretch both legs down. Stretch both arms up into a big X, like you're on a rack and you're being pulled longer. Stretch longer, stretch your toes, stretch your heels, wiggle your fingers. Oh, keep breathing. Inhale and exhale there. And then roll over onto one side. Bring your knees up in front of you and bring your underarm straight out so you can lay your head on your arm. Knees up in front of you, arms out straight. Good. So we're going to bring the top arm up and over your head so you're holding on to the ear or touching the ear underneath on the bottom. Take a nice big breath here. Keep your knees together. And as you exhale, lift your foot, let your heel lead, and lift your head. Use your hand to help lift your head. So you're right up on your side, and then you're coming all the way back down. Let your head relax, let your foot relax. And do this a couple more times. So lift your foot, keep your knees together, lift your head, use your hand to help lift it, and let the heel lead. So the toes are kind of hanging down. It's almost like you're heel wants to come to your elbow. And then come all the way down and let it go. And do it one more time. Knees together, heel towards elbow. And then come all the way back down, let everything go. Stretch your arm and leg out. Give yourself a big stretch out. And then bring the knees back together. Bring both arms in front of you and let your head relax on the floor. If that's too much on the neck, put something under your head, a rolled up towel or hoodie or anything to give your head a little lift. Both arms out in front of you. We're going to keep the arms straight and we're going to slide the top arm forward. Slide it forward so your nose rolls towards the floor. And slide the top arm. Keep it straight. Slide the top arm back and let your head roll towards the ceiling. And keep doing this. The top arm stays straight. Slide your top arm forward. Nose rolls towards the floor. Slide your top arm back and head rolls up to the ceiling. And keep doing this sliding. The key is to keep the top arm straight. The next time that you come back, when you can't go any further, lift your arm, straight arm to the ceiling, and let it go all the way behind you as far as you're able. And then bring it all the way back. And do the whole thing again. Slide forward, nose towards the floor. Slide back, nose towards the ceiling. And lift the straight arm. Lift it up and open. And lift it up and close. One more time. Sliding forward. Straight arm, sliding back. And opening. Come all the way back. And turn and lay on your back just for a moment. You can keep your knees up or your legs flat. Stay there for just a moment to allow your body to digest that information. Give it a moment to rest. Always coming back to the heavy weight of your body. And then roll over onto one side and come onto your other side. Knees up in front of you. And we start with our arm straight up along the floor under our head. And my head is resting on my arm. Knees in front of me. The top arm is going to come all the way up above my head, come over my head, and it's holding on or touching my ear. And then I'm letting my head rest back down into my hand and on my arm. Take a nice deep breath here. And then keep your knees together as you lift your foot and lift your head. Feel like the heel is coming towards your elbow. And then come all the way back down and let everything rest. Slowly moving, lifting, using your hand to help lift your head. It doesn't have to be high. And slowly lowering. Make sure to give yourself a moment to let go. And lifting. Feel the heel leading, the toes relaxed. And lowering. Very good. One more time. Slowly moving. Let yourself enjoy the movement through the side of your body, the contraction of the muscles and the lengthening of the muscles. And when you're done with that one, stretch your top arm and stretch your top leg and give yourself just a big stretch. And then bring your knees back in front of you. Bring both arms in front of you now with your arms straight. And again, you can let your head rest on the floor, or you can put something under your head to give it a little lift. Keep the arms straight. As you slowly slide the top arm forward, nose rolls towards the floor. And slide the top arm back. Keep it straight. Nose rolls up towards the ceiling. And continue this, sliding slowly forward, nose to the floor. Sliding back, nose to the ceiling. One more time, sliding forward and sliding back. This time when you come back, open the arm, keep it straight, open it back behind you as far as you're comfortable, and then bring it all the way back, keeping it straight, and begin again, sliding forward, nose to the floor. Enjoy this sliding feel through the shoulders and neck. Sliding back and then open your arm. Open it. And close it. One more time, just like that. Sliding forward. Keep breathing. Sliding back and opening. And bring the arms back together. And come onto your back again, laying on your back to rest. And then bring your knees up so your knees are bent and the soles of your feet are down. And bring your hands interlaced underneath your head and let your elbows open. Take a nice deep breath here. And as you exhale, follow the exhale, flatten your back, lift your head. And if you want to, you can lift your feet. So your knees come towards your elbows. Coming all the way back down, feet and head, elbows open. And relax there. Take another breath in. And do this a couple of more times. Make sure to flatten your back first before you lift your head and your feet if you're lifting your feet. Slow movement, controlling. One last time. And when you finish this one, let your head go. Bring your knees up to your chest, hold on to your knees, and rock a little bit side to side. Take a couple of more breaths as you're rocking and massaging your lower back. Let your knees then come back to center and lift your feet up so that your feet are kind of on the same level as your knees. We're going to bring our arms up like we did before towards the ceiling. And as well, flatten your back towards the floor so that you feel your tummy muscles working and you feel that your center has gotten stronger. So we're going to take opposite arm and leg. So one leg is going to stretch out and one arm is going to stretch back. So one leg stretches forward and one arm stretches back, and then they both come back in. And the whole time that we're doing this, alternating, we're keeping our tummy muscles in and our back towards the floor and come back in, and we're breathing. So it helps me to breathe out when I send my leg and arm away and breathe in when they come back in. So I breathe out and I breathe in. Let's do this twice more on each side. Breathe out and breathe in Breathe out. And breathe in. Once more each side. Breathe out. And breathe in. Last one. Breathe out. And breathe in. Good. Bring your arms down. Keep your legs where they are. Good. And now we're just going to stretch our legs up a little bit and flex and point through your toes and circle. Just waking up the legs. Give them a bit of a shake. And then you can either roll over to one side or give yourself a kick to come up to sit. So I'm going to take off my socks here. And we're going to bring our feet together, soles of your feet together, so that your knees are out in a diamond shape and the soles of your feet are touching. A nice wide diamond. Don't pull it in too tight. So we're going to bring our knees up towards us. So there's a bit of squeeze, and my arms are in the middle, so it's kind of my legs are squeezing into my arms, and then they're relaxing down. And if you need to, if you find that there's a lot of tension around your back or your hips, you can sit on something, a rolled up towel or a blanket, and that'll help. It'll give you a bit more space. And so do that again, squeezing up, sitting up nice and tall. Squeeze, 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 and come all the way back down to relax. Once more, squeeze up, squeeze your knees in, and come all the way back, knees out to the sides. Now we're just going to lean forward and lean back. When we lean back, squeeze your tummy muscles. Lean forward and lean back and squeeze those tummy muscles. Breathe. And lean back. And breathe. Once more. And lean back. And come forward. Let your head relax over. And just take that first stretch for your spine. Staying there, taking a moment there. Keep breathing there. And then roll yourself all the way, coming back up to sit. And let's come onto our hands and knees. Tuck your toes, tuck your tailbone. Oh, I'll come this way, it's a bit easier. Tuck your toes, tuck your tailbone, pull your tummy muscles in and round your spine. Untuck and arch. And keep doing this now. I think everyone has done this with me a good bit. So find it for yourself in your own body, however it feels good. Don't worry so much about the details. If you forget when to tuck your toes, don't worry about it. It's more about your spine and your torso. To keep breathing. And let this be the last one, then come back into a long spine, so it's not arched or flattened. And we're going to lift one arm up towards the ceiling. Stretch one arm up, push the floor away. Lift your head. If your neck is like mine today at all, where it's kind of feeling a bit tender, I don't push it to twist. I'm just looking a bit to the side. And then slide that arm on the floor underneath the other arm. And look under the arm. And then come all the way back up, slowly moving. Lifting up and sliding under. Slide your arm on the floor and bend the front elbow and look under the arm. Once more, reaching up and sliding under. And then finish with a big reach up. And then bring your hand back down and go on to the other side. Reaching up and sliding under. Peek under that arm. You can even let your head touch the floor if you're able to. Reaching up and sliding under. Last one. Reaching up. Sliding under. And then finish with a reaching up. Finish with a big reaching up and bring both hands back down. Good, so we're going to stretch one leg up towards the ceiling. Lift one leg up towards the ceiling. That's it. And then we're going to bring our knee towards our nose. And do that again. Lift one leg up towards the ceiling and you can look forward and then bring your knee towards your nose. One more time, lifting up and curling under. And then change legs. If your wrists get a bit sore, push a little bit more into your fingertips. Lift the other leg up and pull your knee in towards your nose. Lifting it up and pulling it in. Nice and slow. One more time, lifting it up and pulling it under. Don't worry about how high or how low you're getting. Bring your knees in together. Bring your toes together. Open your knees a little bit further apart. Sit back towards your heels or on your heels. Keep your bum back towards your heels and stretch your arms forward. Now flip your palms facing up. And let your head come down towards the floor, resting on the floor. Stretch your fingers and take a few breaths there, breathing deep into your back ribs. And then flip your palms back over, lift your head, bring your hands in and come back up to your hands and knees. Good, let's come off of our hands for a moment. And we're going to bring one leg forward for our seesaw. Hands come down alongside of your foot. And start to seesaw gently with yourself. Seesaw back and forth. Nice and slow, just getting the legs a bit warm. And when you go forward, you can look forward. When you go back, you can look down. Taking your time. One last one. And then bring your knees back together. Come up to stand up nice and tall on your knees. Good, stretch your arms up overhead and hold on to one wrist. Hold on to one wrist and then pull that arm up over your head. So I'm on my knees and I'm holding onto one wrist and I'm pulling it up and over to the side. And breathe. Be careful with that side bending stuff. You don't hold your breath. And then change and do the same to the other side. Pull it up and over. Yep, that's it. Perfect. Yep. Come all the way back up. And then let's switch legs for the seesaw. The other leg comes forward. Hands come alongside of the foot. And we begin to bend and stretch. Take your time. When you bend forward, you can look forward. When you straighten your front leg, you can look back. Keep breathing. And when you finish this one, bend your knees, bring your knees back together, come up on top of the knees, bring your arms up overhead, hold on to one wrist, and stretch up over your head, breathe. Breathe into those ribs that are open, come back up, and then change the wrist, stretch up and over. Inhale and exhale. Great, come all the way back up. Bring your hands down to your knees, tuck your toes, push yourself onto your feet. Bend your knees here. Keep them nice and soft. And then let your body fold forward. Some nice deep breaths there. Maybe you can start to stretch one leg and stretch the other leg a bit. See if you can feel your arms heavy, your head heavy. And then bend your knees even deeper and start to tuck your hips under and roll up through your spine. Bit by bit by bit, all the way up to stand. Good morning. Good sunny morning. Great. So, standing with our legs nice and wide. Toes out to the sides just a bit. Great. And let's inhale. And exhale. Bend your knees. Hands come down. Great. A few more like that. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale. Push the floor away. Exhale. Once more like that. Breathing in. And breathing out. We're going to add on to this. Perfect. So we're going to inhale and hold your breath. With your breath held, bring your hands to your eyes. And then exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale and hold. While you're holding your breath, bring your hands to your eyes. And then exhale. Twice more. Very good. Inhale. Hold, hands to eyes. Exhale. Last one. Very good. Inhale. Hold your breath, hands to eyes. And exhale. Stay here. Keep the knees wide. Open your arms out to the side. Stretch your fingers. And then cross your arms. Give yourself a big hug. Move a little bit side to side. That's it. Open your arms. Cross them with the other arm on top. Move your upper body. Move your arms a little bit side to side. Very good. Open your arms. And then stretch your legs. Good. Turn your toes so that they're facing forward. And now we've got nice, strong, straight legs. We're going to take our hands and we're going to place our hands so that we're kind of touching right at the bottom of our neck, at our top spine, where you can get down. I don't know how much you can see me. So I'm kind of touching right there, right at the bottom of my neck, basically where my fingers can kind of get to there. And I'm going to keep my hands, I'm going to hold my hands there. So I'm kind of got my hands flat, almost like I'm just placing my hands there. And as I move, one elbow, this is a bit of a funny one. One elbow is going to draw a circle, and then the other is going to draw a circle. One elbow, it's almost like a half circle really, and the other elbow. And as you're doing that, you're moving right and left. So when my right elbow draws a circle, I move to the right. When my left elbow draws a circle, I move to the left. So that I'm just feeling how those vertebrae are moving, how my spine is moving there. And trying to feel that I'm moving from that part of my upper back. And feel those muscles moving. All those little things, just once more on each side, little circle, little circle. And then let your arms come down, shake out your arms. Shake one, shake the other. And let's breathe and do this. And let's shake a leg, and shake the other leg, and shake your bum, shake your shoulders, really easy, almost just like you're doing this kind of while you're sleepy. So it's just really easy and sleepy, very relaxed and heavy, shaking, shaking. And then bring your feet back underneath you and let the shake just stop, gently stop. And start to bounce your knees so that you're feeling a down, 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 a down, down, down feeling. And let it get really small. So it's almost like down, 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 down. Like almost like a vibration. And maybe you can feel, because I can't hear you, so you might be able to test your voice. That you can feel your voice is able to do that as well. And let everything relax. And let's just do this. I'll count. We're going to do it just for 5 more counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly let it stop. Open your legs. Oh, sorry, I think all of your, open your legs a little bit wider apart. Good. And bring your hands now so that you're touching the side of your head. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, bring one elbow down towards one hip and the other elbow up. Inhale to come up. Exhale to go to the other side. Inhale to come up. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Think about one side getting smaller, one side getting longer. And inhale. And enjoy that. Let's do it 4 more times. Enjoy the stretch on one side and the kind of grabbing of the muscles on the other. Keep breathing once more on each side. And then come standing up tall, bring your hands back down. And we're going to turn one foot. Let's turn to our right side. So the toes are turned to the right side. And then we're lunging. So our back toes, my left foot, my toes are under. And my heel is up. So I want to find a big, big lunge here. A nice big lunge here. So my front leg is bent and my back leg is long. It doesn't have to be completely straight. It can be a little bit unlocked. Good. And from there, we're just going to stretch our arms out and up. And as our arms stretch up, we're also going to go further into our lunge. And then our arms come down and we come a bit out of our lunge. Let's do that a couple more times. Arms come up, going down deep into your lunge and coming down. You might feel there's a big stretch in the front of that back leg. That's okay. Just be careful. Don't go too far into it. And coming up. Good. And once more. Keep breathing. This one's a lot about balance as well as muscles. And then come back forward. Take a moment out. Unstick your feet. Open nice and wide. And let's do the same thing the other way. So going towards the left side. My left toes are facing the side. And my right toes are tucked under. And then I'm going to give myself a nice big lunge as far as I feel comfortable and also stable. And then as I go deeper into the lunge, I lift up my arms. And then I'm stretching. And I'm doing this a few times. Deeper. And stretching. And slow gliding movements. So if you get wonky, that's fine. But try as much as you can to breathe through the lunges. Once more. And then come all the way back. Unstick your feet. Good. And come back into the center. Great. Open, keep your legs open nice and wide. And this time we're going to turn one toe out. Our right foot out. And the left foot stays forward. And we come down into the lunge, but this time it's a bit different because we're open across the pelvis and the hips. So we're bending and we're stretching. Good. And we're just going to let our arms relax this time because it gets a bit much on the shoulders to keep lifting and lowering our arms. Keep your foot flat and feel that open through the hips. And opening. Very good. And let's change the sides. And the same thing, gliding movement. So I always find this one a bit easier, and because the other one, which is called a warrior one, the first lunge we did, there's more balance in it. And this one I feel a little bit more, but maybe it's not like that for everybody. So maybe that's just me. And just one last one. Great. Great. And then bring your legs back forward. Good. And we're going to go back to the right side. The right toes are going to come out. And this time we're going to stay in this lunge. Stay in the lunge. And this time we're going to lift up our arms. Touch the sides of your head just like you did before. Keep your elbows nice and open. We're going to bring one elbow down towards one knee. And then come back up. Keep breathing. And then the other elbow is going to go back towards the back leg. And come straight back up. Good. Once more like that. Coming down towards the knee. And up. And back towards the leg. And up. And straighten the leg. Let the arms rest. Change the foot. Bend your knee. Touch the sides of your head. Nice tall spine. Bring one elbow towards one knee. And come up. Keep breathing. And slowly back towards the leg. And straight back up. Once more. Bend. Elbow towards knee. And back. Come all the way up. Very good. And straighten to come all the way back up. Bring your legs back in together. Good. I just need to check the time. Oh, great. Bring your legs back in together. Standing on 2 feet here. Great. Standing up nice and tall. Bring your body forward so that you come off of your heels. And then bring your body back so that your toes get lighter. It doesn't have to be a lot. Just kind of find yourself to where you come forward, your heels get light, and when you come back, so your toes get light. And just keep it quite small. You don't have to go super far with this, just to get that feeling of going forward and going back. And then bring your weight somewhere where you're more comfortable in the middle. Have a sense of your feet on the floor, how your legs are, how your hips are, your spine, your ribs, shoulders, your head. Have a sense of your feet going down and your body lifting away from the floor, like gravity, lengthening away from gravity. And with that feeling of connecting down and lengthening up, we're just going to try a balance. So bring your hands into your palms together towards your chest. Make sure your shoulders and neck are relaxed, but still having this feeling of length. Breathing. Bring your weight to your right foot. So you feel your left foot get lighter. And really feel your right foot pushing down. Relax your chest, relax your jaw. And lift your left leg up. Practice your balance. Lift your left leg up. Push down into that right leg. Lift the left leg up. Open your eyes. Relax the muscles in your jaw. Breathe. You're just practicing. So maybe your foot's coming down sometimes. That's fine. Find a focus point with your eyes and then gently bring your foot down. Come back onto 2 feet. Unstick your feet. Find that length. Push down into 2 feet again. So think of going down to go up, like a tree. A tree sends its roots down so it can grow taller. The more it has roots, the taller and stronger it can be. So we push down now into our left foot. Relaxing, like our spine grows taller as our right leg lifts. And we push down into our left foot as our right leg lifts. Practicing our balance, finding out, how does my body do this? Finding a place for your eyes to rest on. Very good, keep breathing. And then gently come down onto 2 feet. Good, and again, unstick your feet. Let your nose come towards your fingers so your head is bowed forward. Close your eyes. Take a moment here. Maybe you can even let your hands rest in towards your chest so that your thumbs are connected towards your chest, and maybe you can feel your heartbeat. Reminding ourselves that we're here, we're alive, we're breathing, we're necessary, we're valuable. And I have to say those things to myself sometimes to remind myself, even if I'm kind of faking it, even if I'm saying it and I don't mean it 100%, I still try and say those things to myself. Let your eyes open. Come down onto your knees, please. Let's do one last thing on our knees before we come laying on our back. So we're going to keep one knee down and the other leg's going to go out to the side. Yeah. So if you notice on the side where my knee's down, I'm still tall on that side. I'm not kind of leaning off to the side of it. I'm still right up on top of that knee that's down. And the other leg is just shot off to the side. Good. So my foot, my knee, and then my hand are going to be all in one line. And I go on my fingertips, but some people like to go flat or on their fingers, however suits you. Now, find your hips. Bring your hips back and bring your hips forward. So bring your hips back and bring your hips forward. And then keep them forward so you feel that your hips are right on top of your knee. And bring your arm up and over, just for a big stretch. And breathe there. And then bring your hips back, bring your arm down, bring both knees in and come up on top of it. Well done. Other knee. Straight up on top of that knee. So I have to look down sometimes to see my knee, and then I'm standing tall on that knee, and that my foot is out and my toes are forward. So foot, and then find your hips a little bit. So stick your hips back, bring your hips forward. Foot, knee, and hand, all on one line, a long line. Now, bring your hips forward, just a bit forward so that your hips are on top of your knee. And bring your arm up and over. Nice big stretch. Take a few big breaths there. And then bring your hips back, bring your arm down, bring both knees in, and let's sit down on our bum. We'll just do a little twist here. Legs out in front of us. Bring one leg up. Bring one leg up and over. Sit up nice and tall. So I've got my right leg up and over. My left hand is holding onto my right knee. And again, I'm going to feel my bum sitting down and my spine growing tall. Pull your tummy muscles in. Just feel like you kind of, all of that flesh in our tummy, just feel that you kind of gently squeeze it in. Gently. Gently enough that you can still breathe. So I don't want you to pull it in so tight that you actually can't breathe. Just a little like pulling in of your tummy, of all that tummy flesh there and the tummy muscles. And hold on to your knee and then bring your right hand back behind your bum. And come into your twist, looking over the shoulder. And again, I find if I squeeze my lower tummy, I maybe don't go further in the twist, but I feel like it goes a bit deeper. And then come all the way back to center. Keep your leg where it is. Switch hands and twist a little bit to the other side. Come back into center and now switch legs. Other leg up and over. Sit up nice and tall. My left leg is up and my right hand is holding on to my knee. I'm squeezing my tummy muscles in. I'm squeezing my tummy in and my left hand is coming back behind me. Relax my shoulders. Spine is long. Tummy muscles are squeezing and I'm looking over my left shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Breathing, breathing. And then come all the way back. Keep your leg where it is. Switch arms and do a little twist to the other side. Come all the way back into the center. Uncross your legs. Good. And then come sitting towards one end of your mat and curl yourself all the way down onto your back. Bend your knees, feet are hip width apart. Take a moment there, hands down along your sides. Pick up your toes, spread your feet. Relax your head and shoulders. And then push into your feet. Exhale, push into your back. And feel how your bum starts to tuck under. Follow that. Lift up. Doesn't have to be very high. Just lift up there. Through the hips, feel the back of the legs squeezing. And then roll down through your spine. As if you're trying to get your spine down longer. Lengthen through your spine to come down. All the way down and relax. We're just going to do this twice more. Take a big breath in and then flatten your back. Let your bum lead. As your bum tucks, let your bum lead you up. Push into your feet. Take a nice big breath. And then roll all the way down. Rolling all the way down. And relax there. Just once more like that. Push into your feet. Push into your back. Lift up. Feel the squeezing and the pushing long through the front of the body and rolling down. Try and get like a fern uncurling. Rolling down onto the ground. Let everything go. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock a little bit side to side. Take your time here. Nice and small and slow, winding down. And let the rocking get really small now. So it's almost like just you're rocking side to side an inch. Just an inch. Close your eyes. Breathing there. Let your breathing return to its natural rhythm. And then let your feet come to the floor. Hands rest, arms rest wherever they're comfortable. Legs can rest with the knees up or they can rest all the way flat. Make yourself comfortable. If you need to throw a blanket over you or a hoodie or socks, close your eyes or let them rest on a spot and soften. And again, find the heavy weight of your body, the heavy softening. And stay with your breath. Let your body rest now. Let your mind rest. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to think anything. Just find your breath and be with it. Anytime that your attention fluctuates away from your body or your breath, it's natural, it happens. Gently bring it back and stay there in this very simple but not easy place of staying with your breath, keeping your attention with your breath. And stay there now for the next few moments, taking your time, staying with your breath, maybe following your body's needs. Maybe there's something else you'd like to stretch, or maybe you'd just like to stay in the simple, easy, meditative place of breathing, letting your body rest for a few more moments. Take all the time you need. Have a great day.